like in this box. In order to be in that box, you have to be strong, you have to be tough, you have to have a lot of girls, you gotta have money, you gotta be a player or a pimp, you know, you gotta be in control, you have to dominate other men, other people. You know, if you're not any of those things, then, you know, people call you soft or weak or a pussy or a chump or a faggot, and nobody wants to be any of those things. So everybody stays inside the box.
Before hip-hop, men were seeming in R&B, they was like very docile, you know what I mean? But when hip-hop came around, it brought masculinity back into the game. Now, some of it is a little misguided.
1 second we're killing each other, next minute we're pimping hoes, we're doing everything wrong. It's bananas.
Through rap music, I think there's an identification with some of the most stereotypical masculine standards.
Every black man that goes in the studio, he's always got two people in his head. Him, in terms of who he really is, and the thug that he feels he has to project. It's a prison for us. It's a prison that we're in.
Yo, I'm this, I'm that, I'm toting it. You know you ain't doing jack shit, but at the end of the day, you know you can make somebody believe that you are. It can be profitable.
When you think about American society, the notion of violent masculinity is at the heart of American identity. So that the preoccupation with Jesse James and the outlaw, the rebel, much of that is associated in the American mindset, the collective imagination of the nation, with the expansion of the frontier. And in the history of American social imagination, the violent man using the gun to defend his family, his kith and kin, becomes the suitable metaphor for the notion of manhood.
Make it fast, Slippery. This is your last draw.
I got mine, I hope you from the hood, I hope
Some of the young people in hip-hop are focusing in on the very deployment of the gun as the paraphernalia of masculinity, as the very symbol of what it means to be a real man.
You know, you talk about killing brothers like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And not just you, but a lot of brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Do you watch movies?
Yeah.
What kind of movies do you watch?
Good question. I mean, if you watch Hollywood movies, you see this same kind of violence, this same kind of hyper-masculine violence perpetuated in movie after movie after movie. In sports culture, video games, military culture. I mean, America is a very hyper-masculine, hyper-aggressive nation.
We're gonna smoke them out.
So it stands to reason that a rapper like 50 Cent can be commercially viable in a nation that supports a culture of violence.